Happy Friday. Welcome to the On Deck podcast presented by LineStar, your top MLB player prop bets for today, plus home run calls of the day. Alongside my co-host Tyler Wiemann, I am Shannon Sommerville. Tyler, were you up late last night watching the football game? Both of our props cashed. Justin Watson for you. For me, it was Xavier Worthy, who I conveniently left on my bench in fantasy football. So I'm a little salty today because that was 2 touchdowns that might mean the difference for me in a win or loss for the Shannon's Cooper Troopers in fantasy football. But for baseball picks, we were 0-2 on our picks, so we got some redemption to do this Friday. How was your football viewing Thursday?
Man, that was such a great game. I loved it. It was a great way to start off the season, and if we get more games like that, we're going to be lucky.
Yeah, basically decided by a toenail, basically. That was pretty wild ending there, but couldn't quite get in bounds for that touchdown to tie things up. And they would have gone for 2, though. That would have been interesting. I kind of wanted to see more football, so a little disappointed that touchdown got overturned at the end. Nonetheless, we did do well on our prop bets. Tyler, you cashed your Justin Watson pick over 14.5 yards. Xavier Worthy cashed for me. I was a little concerned about it going into the game because it was one that I was like, you know what, this could completely flop or he could go off. Sure enough, he went off. For my prop bet, great, but left him on my bench. So I know a lot of people did in fantasy football. Oh, well, we live and learn, especially with those
he only
rookies.
had 3 targets.
Fair point. So you know what? Maybe I'll sneak him onto the flex next week. We'll see what we'll see what's happening on my roster come next week. It might be totally different. I don't know. But we'll see with that. We're talking baseball, though, for today. It's Flex Friday. We got to fill up a nice ticket to get us some wins. Yesterday we were 0-2, so we got some redeeming to do. Earlier in the week, we did have some wins, though, so we're up on the week. Let's finish it off strong here. Of course, we are always using that Props AI tool on the LineStar app to help us find the best value. If you haven't checked it out yet, linestarapp.com is your place for all of your prop betting, finding the best leverage in the prop market. Check that out. Also, our picks are available: Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, Chalkboard, ParlayPlay. Links are below. Use the promo code LineStar to get a deposit match. Plus, you'll also get 1 free month of LineStar if you are a new user. So make sure to take advantage of those deals. All right, that's the housekeeping. Let's get to the business at hand for the day. Flex Friday, let's get after it. Tyler, what's your main pick of the day?
I got to go to Jackson Merrill over 1.5 bases. Our LineStar projections all the way at 3.1. Consensus is 1.8. He is a top 5%er versus right-handed pitching. He's hitting 317 versus right-handed pitching on the year. But over the last 20 games, that goes up to 333. And in that span, he has a 383 ISO. The man is crushing the ball. And Mason Black, who is going up, is giving up a 6.75 ERA, 268 ISO to left-handed bats, and allowing a 357 BABIP and 632 slugging. He's giving it up to lefties, and Merrill's a good one.
He certainly is. In fact, before you even put this on our rundown for today, I had already bet him on Underdog Fantasy over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. He was looking like he was in a good spot, so I did, in fact, add him before I saw his name. So I like your pick already. Highly endorse that one. For my pick, I'm also going to a pretty hot bat as of late. We're going to Milwaukee Brewers outfielder Jackson Chourio over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. LineStar's projection all the way at 3 here. And this is a line he's cleared 65% of the time this season, 7 of the last 10. And check out these numbers over the last week. 417 average, 1492 OPS. Yeah, MLB average for that stat's around 720. Plus, he had 3 home runs in that span as well. This is a righty bat with actually better slugging and OPS numbers against right-handed pitching. He's top 15% exit velocity versus righties, top 10% hitter versus righties, and today he's going up against a righty. Colorado righty Ryan Feltner, who ranks 227th against right-handed bats. So this is a matchup that bodes well for Chourio. Colorado bullpen behind Feltner ranks 29th against righty bats. They're pretty terrible. Also, when you look at this Milwaukee team, they have the highest team ISO in the month of September. They've been hitting the ball pretty hard lately. So I think he clears this line at 1.5 hits, runs, RBI for us. So hopefully we can go 2 for 2, cash those tickets, and also give the people some money. What I mean by that, if you are not familiar with our show, every day on the show, if Tyler and I go 2-0 on our main picks, one randomly selected commenter will win $50. To enter the contest, all you need to do is make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Let us know what your locks are for today. We're always looking to cash a nice Flex Friday entry, and we're all trying to help each other out and beat the books. And speaking of the comment section, I've noticed a lot of people cashing some tickets lately. Those comments have been gold lately. Last night for our NFL show, Tyler, we had somebody comment that their pick was 2 Xavier-worthy touchdowns. Cash money. We got some sharp bettors in the comments here. That was a pretty good one. All right, let's get to bonus picks time. What you got for bonus picks to help people, find the best picks for Flex Friday?
I'm going to the Baltimore Orioles, and now that I see we have Jackson Merrill and Jackson Chourio, I think I should have went to Jackson Holiday, but I am going to Cedric Mullins over 0.5 bases. LineStar projections 1.3, consensus is 1.3. This man started off very slow this season, but he's hitting 286 over the last 20 games. He's been over in 60% of games this season, and he is on a 6-game hit streak. So I like him to get 1 knock.
All right, for my bonus, I'm going to the Arizona Diamondbacks, one of the hottest teams in the month of September, and really since August, really. But the player I'm going with is Corbin Carroll, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. LineStar's projection is 2.5. He's been over this 8 of the last 10. And over the last week, hitting 357 with an 1120 OPS with 2 home runs in that span. This is a lefty bat. Slightly worse versus left-handed pitching, but still top 20% exit velocity against lefties over the last 14 days. So, his worst is a lot of hitters' best. So that's just Corbin Carroll for you. Going up against Houston lefty Framber Valdez, who's a very good pitcher, but good thing for Carroll is that he actually has worse splits to lefty bats. Plus Arizona as a team, I'm just really valuing the hot bat of Corbin Carroll and the team that he's on as well to help him get over that, especially in the runs and RBI department, because Arizona leads Major League Baseball in hits, runs, RBI, average, slugging, all those stats basically since the beginning of August. So I like Carroll here over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And then we had a comment yesterday that basically said, you know what, because we had been on quite the winning streak with our picks, and they said, you know what, I think there's a correlation between those Oakland A's picks and your win streak, and they were right. Yesterday I was kicking myself because I didn't take Lawrence Butler over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI yet again. He's been a cash money ATM machine in that stat category. However, today I'm going to his teammate Brent Rooker over just 0.5 bases for today. We just got Rooker to get 1 knock for us, and LineStar's projection is 2.1. He's been over this 9 of the last 10 games, 363 ISO versus lefties. Now that is the second highest of any hitter on today's matchup tool on the LineStar app, behind only Aaron Judge. This is a top 5% hitter against lefties, and he's going up against Detroit lefty Tariq Skubal, who he's 4 for 11 with 2 home runs. So he's got some decent history. I know it's a small sample size, and we got a good pitcher on the hill for Detroit. But the bullpen behind him, yeah, they're also pretty good, but they have given up the most hard hits since August 1st, and Rooker is a guy who can hit the ball pretty hard. So Rooker, just over 0.5 bases for us. And lastly, wanted to point out a Toronto Blue Jays bat, Daulton Varsho, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I know it's been Vladdy Daddy cashing for us lately, but I don't mind the lefty bat here today, specifically with the scenario he's in. LineStar's projection here is 2.1. He's homered 2 of the last 3 games, a lefty bat with an 838 OPS versus left-handed pitching, and he'll be facing a southpaw for the Atlanta Braves today, Max Fried, who gives up a 330 average to lefty bats, so not a bad spot for him as well. Again, let us know what your locks are for today in the comments. We're all trying to help each other out with the common goal of beating the sports books today. So good luck out there, and let us know in the comments. Again, a comment enters you in to our prop bets contest. So if we go 2 for 2 on our main picks, one randomly selected commenter will win $50. And as a reminder, those picks for today, we're going with the double Jackson ticket here. Jackson Merrill over 1.5 bases and Jackson Chourio over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. So you could tail us if you'd like. Underdog Fantasy Sleeper, Chalkboard, ParlayPlay. Again, the links to that are below if you don't have those apps yet. New users can get a deposit match plus 1 free month of LineStar. Now it's time for home run calls of the game. What you got for a home run call today, Tyler?
I am going with Jackson Merrill for a home run. We have him at a 19.4 chance of a home run. Vegas has him at 16.7%. Mason Black giving up a 6.75 ERA, 268 ISO, and allowing a 357 BABIP and 632 slugging to left-handed bats. He's allowing 2.3 home runs per 9. And then the last 24 Merrill, he's hitting a home run on 8% of plate attempts versus right-handed pitching with a 383 ISO. Reminder, league average is around 150. The kid is hitting the ball hard, and I think he hits one over the fence today.
All right, Tyler, for my pick, I'm calling for a little holiday in September. It's September 6th, but I think we're going to see a little Christmas in September. Jhonkensy, Noel for a bomb today, plus 300. This is a guy with a 242 ISO against righties, top 15% exit velocity over the last 14 days versus righties. And today he's facing Dodgers righty Landon Knack, who in 10 appearances has a 1.69 home run per 9 rate. That is 25th highest among all pitchers, starters, and relievers. So gives up a lot of pop, especially to those righty bats, which Noel can absolutely rake. And that Dodgers bullpen behind him, they rank 22nd in home runs per 9 since August 1st, plus giving up the 6th highest hard hit percentage. And Jhonkensy Noel, a guy that can absolutely hit the ball pretty hard. I think he does so again tonight at Dodger Stadium as the Cleveland Guardians take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. I got Big Christmas for a bomb. Love Big Christmas. He's one of my favorite guys to pick for a home run call, just because that's like one of the best names in baseball, right?
It really is.
Who doesn't love a little Christmas in September as we kick off football season? Hopefully it'll be, we'll get some Christmas gifts, money in our pocket after that home run call. Also, if you haven't checked out the MLB Dinger Report, it's what we use to help us pick our home run calls, and it could help you whether you're playing home run calls in the sports book or you're just betting over 1.5 bases on some of these guys. So I'll give you the preview of the top 5 on the LineStar app home run Dinger Report today. And let me pull it up. And we've got on the slate for today, which is FanDuel's all-day slate. So that includes all the games on deck, including the early one with the Yankees. It's Aaron Judge with the highest odds, followed by Griffin Conine for the Miami Marlins, Brent Rooker, Jhonkensy Noel, and Gunnar Henderson. So those are your top 5 on MLB Dinger Report. You can check that out for yourself at linestarapp.com. And if you haven't checked out all of the football content we've got coming your way for this weekend, week 1 in the NFL, I highly suggest you check those out. We've got a props show. We've also got a specific show just for Underdog Fantasy. So if you are playing Underdog Fantasy and you're playing Pick'em this week, go check out our picks there. Or you can just check that out regardless of whether you're playing on Underdog Fantasy or not, because honestly, I think we've got some pretty fire picks there for this weekend. I'm pretty excited about all of our picks, and I hope you guys are too. Let me know in the comments what you think of our picks, or if you've got any locks for this weekend in NFL as well. Go check out those shows. Go watch them. Good luck to you guys in all of your Flex Friday prop betting endeavors. Check out Tyler's DFS breakdown. He's basically a DFS content machine these days. He's trying to cover all the bases with Major League Baseball, NFL. It's been busy here in the LineStar YouTube channel land, I guess. So if you could do us a favor, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. It helps us out, but it also helps you out entering into our contest. So hopefully we can fire off the money guns on Monday and win ourselves some money. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you guys next week.